This is the cliff face at Clark Mountain. 250 feet of overhanging limestone, so difficult it has never been conquered.
It's the most perfect piece of rock I've ever seen. It looks impossible.
This is Chris Sharma, the biggest name in climbing.
I've just been climbing my ass off, trying to get that endurance and that power that I need.
He's pioneered the world's hardest, most inspiring routes. And now he's set his sights on the ultimate climb.
You're crazy, dude.
Yeah, my name's Chris Sharma. I'm from Santa Cruz, California. I've been climbing for like 15 years. I live for climbing. I just get inspired by climbs that are hard and spectacular and beautiful and crying out to be climbed.
Get up, dude.
Chris Sharma, for the last 10 years, has established himself at the top of the sport of climbing.
Come on.
Chris Sharma is the biggest name in our sport, and there's a reason for that. He has consistently been able to establish the hardest rock climbs in the world.
I'm always looking for new ways to push it to a next level.
It's really rare to find someone who can see a line that no one has ever climbed before and just have that self-belief that they can do it first. Chris has that mental expansiveness to climb these routes, and he's been doing that since he was 14 years old.
I met Chris Sharma in the spring of 1997. I think he was 15, maybe 14 years old at the time, and he just crushed everything that we were doing. He starts winning World Cup competitions.
Chris Sharma, bouldering champion.
He's a rock star.
I feel really fortunate to be in this position where I'm basically supported by the community of climbers. I kind of see it as my responsibility to push it as far as I can push it, to try to raise the bar as far as I can raise it. I feel like I found definitely the next step in the evolution, the hardest, most beautiful thing I've ever tried.
Clark Mountain is a large mountain of limestone rising out of the desert right at the California-Nevada border. When I found the cliff, I was in awe of what I had seen.
When I first saw the line at Clark Mountain, I was totally blown away by the size and the quality of rock and how overhanging it was.
It's the most perfect piece of rock I've ever seen. It looks like, 300 feet of overhanging porcelain, and it's brilliant.
The line was first envisioned by Randy Levitt about 16 years ago.
And I realized that it was far beyond what I could do, but I knew it could be done by someone. I knew it at that time.
He found it the same year that I started climbing. So it's taken me basically this whole time to become a good enough rock climber to be able to mess with it.
This area is just epic. I mean, this is brutal country.
It's an hour-long four-wheel drive road to get there. It's an hour-long uphill hike.
You have to be in battle mode to want to climb here.
And it feels really wild. When I first saw it from below, I wasn't sure if it was possible. A lot of rock is just totally blank and there's absolutely no way to climb it. So I had to kind of investigate to see if there was actually handholds and if it was possible.
This route that Chris is trying is almost 300 feet long. He's had a special rope made for this thing. It's like you're stacking 2 or 3 or 4 of the hardest routes in the world on top of each other without any rest. The way that it looks, I mean, it looks impossible, It looks impossible.
When my feet leave the ground, It's basically a race against the clock to get to the top.
That was ridiculous looking.
Gnarly, huh?
There's a sequence where you take a left-handed edge, you go to a really slopey pinch, and you have to bring your left foot really high to an inverted foothold and like really twist your body in order to bring yourself close into the wall and release your left hand and take this one-finger pocket. When I first touched those holds, I wasn't sure that the move was going to be possible. I would get up there and just fall many times in a row. Just to figure out those two moves, it took me several days.
Nice work. It's so cool, man. It's so cool.
I spent 7 weeks basically living in the desert with maniacal devotion, just trying this route over and over again. It's been a lot of hard work, just super, super brutal and ass-kicking. Let me give it another go. That's so rewarding at the same time because that's exactly what I want to be doing. Working on something that's really at my limit.
Stay going, come on, stay going.
Maybe even a little beyond my limit.
This route that Chris is working on up here, there's nothing to compare it to. I mean, I think that it's that far beyond what has ever been done before.
I had a really good burn where I got 3/4 of the way up the wall. Kind of got my confidence up, and a little bit after that, the hot weather came in, and it's just been really hot ever since. And being that we're like in the Mojave Desert and summer's coming, it doesn't seem like it's going to get any better. It left me pretty exhausted, but really inspired. I felt like I found myself a goal that would really force me to improve as a climber and take things to the next level. From that point on, I went to Spain and just dedicated myself to climbing all the hardest things that I could find to prepare myself for this climb. I started spending a lot of time in Spain about 4 years ago. I really like the culture, the language, and it's just a real hot spot for rock climbing. A lot of the top climbers in the world are from Spain, like Pacho Zubiaga. And Ramon Julian and Danny Andrade.
Todos los mejores escaladores vienen de España y todas las vías más duras vienen de España.
Creo que realmente en España creo que igual es uno de los mejores sitios con más potencial para escalar. España hay mucho y creo que todavía queda por abrir mucho.
There's just a lot of motivated people out there and good energy. I've been living over there with my girlfriend, Daila Ojeda, and she's also a really talented climber.
Yo soy de Canarias, empecé a escalar por una competición que había en mi pueblo y lo vi y digo, como qué bonito, ¿no? Y sobre todo las chicas que estaban escalando me motivaron, como qué bonito, yo quiero subir como ellas. Aquí en Cataluña es increíble para escalar porque en general de todo, de roca, es increíble la cantidad de zonas y sobre todo lo importante de la gente, que hay mucha gente fanática, súper buen ambiente de motivación. Y por eso ya llevo este año como 5 años aquí.
La segunda! Here in Catalonia, there's an amazing amount of climbing. There's about 50 different areas within an hour's drive. I never climbed so much in my life. Every day climbing in a new place. I've just been, climbing my ass off. Trying to get that endurance and that power that I need. All with the idea of getting stronger to go back to Clark Mountain. Being in Spain, there's so many different styles of sport climbing. It's the laboratory of hard movement. There's so many things that can make a move hard. The main thing is the size of the handholds that you're grabbing, the angle of the rock, and the distance of the handholds from each other. For me, it's been great living in Spain to have a little more of a home base. I've basically always been traveling around the world nonstop, always on a road trip, climbing, in Europe or in South America or in Asia, and that can be really exhausting. It's great not being on the road all the time, being able to go climbing these amazing spots, and then at nighttime I come back home and cook a meal and sleep in my own bed.
Un juego aquí del amigocito que consiste, tienes que apretar el botón justo cuando se pare la música y la última persona que apriete el botón le va a dar el calambrazo, ¿no? Venga. Conocí a Chris aquí en España como 4 años o algo así y hace 2 que estamos juntos y espero que muchos más. Vivimos en Lleida y bueno, cada día salimos de la ciudad para escalar. No hacemos otra cosa, estamos todos los días, no sé, levantarte, desayunar y ir a escalar, ¿no? La vida de la gente que no escala y pienso qué hace, ¿no? Digo, ¿cuál es su pasión, no? No entiendo la vida sin escalar. Me ha dado la posibilidad de conocer lugares, gente, mi pareja, ¿sabes? De las cosas más bonitas que tengo me lo ha dado la escalada.
Motivado.
Cuando Chris escala no sé, es como puro instinto, es como un animal. Cualquiera que esté en el lugar del sector va a ver que Chris está escalando porque empieza a gritar, a dar patadas, a saltar. Sí, sí, es un gato, yo creo, es como un poquito tiger.
After all the hours of climbing over there, I definitely felt like I was in the best shape of my life. Always in the back of my head, the project at Clark Mountain. I'd basically been obsessing over it for a year and couldn't hold out any longer. I just had to go there and start working on it.
He estado con Chris escalando siempre, ¿no? Y la verdad que nada comparado con esto, ¿no? Con Clark Mountain. Venga, animal, venga, venga, tío, vamos. La verdad es que el proyecto de Chris aquí en Clark Mountain está siendo súper difícil, ¿sabes? Súper psicológico sobre todo, no solo para el escalador, también para la persona que asegura, en este caso yo.
I dragged her up there, so many times to belay me. And she was really supportive, but she was like at the same time like, come on, Chris, send this thing so we can get the hell out of here.
Bueno, que está en medio del desierto, hay que caminar 1 hora, bastante cuesta arriba, ya está siendo un poco, digamos, traumático incluso. Estoy deseando que la haga porque es un proyecto súper importante para él, que en este caso yo creo que sí, que siente presión y cuando cae en la vía puedes notar que está frustrado.
When it's something on the line that is really important to you, it's really easy to get nervous and for all these different thoughts to come into your head.
What happened? I fell, man. You look so good.
I wasn't really sure if I could do this thing.
How was that last go?
It went like shit, man.
Why?
Because I feel fucking nervous with everybody freaking waiting for me to do it so they can get out of here.
Once Sharma does this thing, none of us will ever come here again. You know that, right?
Yeah, probably.
It's not like Dyla's itching to come back.
Nunca más en la vida.
It was really important just to try to clear my head of everything, not think about how I'm feeling, if I'm feeling good or if I'm feeling bad. If I think that this is the time that I'm going to do it, just try to be 100% in the present moment. And when I start, just have a clean slate in my head.
All the routes that I've done up until this day have been preparing me to climb this one route.
When I started realizing that I was getting close, pretty much the difference from success and failure was just hitting everything right. Getting everything perfect, not making any mistakes. Climbing quickly and not second-guessing anything. Almost turn my mind off and just climb it, execute the moves perfectly.
Come on, Chris. Alex. Good, Chris. Looking really strong, man. Alex, Chris. Got this. Alex.
Nice job, dude.
Yeah.
My path is climbing, so the more I put into it, the more rewarding it is. I definitely want to try to just tap into my full potential as a climber, to really feel like I'm, you know, that I'm making the most of my life.
To the summit, man.
Yeah.
See how I tied my rope? Toss it over the head. It's a done fucking deal.
Yeah, dude.
Oh.
Qué bien. Qué bien.
Yeah, crispy.
Muy emocionante verlo. Súper emocionante. Ya está hecha. Ya está hecha. Qué bueno, tío.
Did I just do that right now?
So good, man.
I think I just did that.
So good. You hooked it up.
Yeah,
man. That was awesome.
Thanks,
that was
man.
Awesome.